Hi, Greg Griffiths here from Ivanhoe Cycles, and this is the 2018 XDS Strike 3.0. It's a recreational mountain bike with the added features of disc brakes. So many mountain bikes in this broad range will have V-brakes, but this has disc brakes, although they're cable operated. So not the hydraulic disc brakes of the more expensive bikes, but nonetheless disc brakes still operate by the regular brake lever, but with a cable. Have most of the advantages of hydraulic disc brakes in that the braking is consistent all year round, so whether it's wet or dry, dirty or clean, whatever your riding conditions, the braking is always the same. Getting the wheel out of the bike is easier and quicker than with disc brakes than with a V-brake, because you don't have to disconnect the brake as you do with a V-brake. And also, if you happen to get a buckle wheel, the braking is not affected, so you don't have the wheel rubbing the brake every time that goes around. So a number of advantages for disc brakes, and this is the most economical way to get that, is with the cable operated system. While we're pointing towards the front of the bike, we have Suntour XCT suspension forks, which are quite a decent quality fork. They are adjustable, so you can regulate how soft or hard the forks are simply by turning the knob on the left hand fork blade. So if the rider, for instance, is a very lightweight, you could make it maximum soft. Or if the rider's heavy, you could switch it the other way and make it firmer. Or if you just want to change it for different riding conditions, if you're one day on decent roads and another day you go in the bush, you can regulate the suspension to suit what you prefer. And on top of that, it has a lockout mechanism on the right hand fork leg, so you can turn the suspension on or off. So off, you might, if you're climbing a really long hill and don't want the front of the bike bobbing as you put pressure on the pedals, if you lock it off, the suspension becomes quite firm, and then when you get over the top of the hill and you're back into normal riding, then you can have the suspension active again. So it's just a matter of turning the knob here at the top of the forks. So really simple, quite a good quality fork, and especially at a bike of this price range. It's the regular XDS Strike frame with the smooth welded frame, so you don't see the obvious welds of many aluminium frames, and the quite distinctive tubing shapes that adds to the strength without increasing any weight of the bike. This bike has a 24-speed Shimano gear system, so it's an Altus rear derailleur, Altus shifters, 8-speed cassette at the rear and 3 cogs at the front, so it's 24 speed in total. Has a seal bearing bottom bracket and also seal bearing headset, so in both cases meaning the bike is a little more user friendly and little less maintenance required. So as a longer term proposition, that's going to save you money in the long run by not having to service these items in particular. The wheels on this bike are 27.5 inch, which is the industry standard these days. They have an aluminium rim, stainless steel spokes, and quick release hubs in both the front and the rear, and the hubs are specifically made to support the disc brake. So it's a recreational mountain bike, as I said. Be great for anyone who's perhaps had an old 10-speed or 15-speed mountain bike and just wishes they had something a little bit better without breaking the budget. A bike like this, could do the job for you. They come in a range of sizes. This one's an extra small, so it's only 13 inches from the centre of the bottom bracket to the seat tube. Extra small, they go up in 2-inch increments, so the next one's a 15, 17, 19, 21. So there's quite a size range to choose from, something to suit most members of the family. Obviously this size, being the smaller one, is aimed at the lower end of the age group, so probably with this wheel size, kids maybe 11, 12 years old, just depending on their height, maybe even younger if they're quite tall. So it's a bike that would last many, many years. Obviously with the quick release seat, just as the child or the rider grows, it's just a matter of adjusting the seat up, accordingly. So very, very user friendly in that regard. So a nice bike, looks great, works well, it's got all the right features for a mountain biker in this modern age. So suspension fork that's adjustable with a lockout, disc brakes, 24 speed gears, and the Shimano rapid fire shifter, which is the simplest thing to operate. Thumb shift up, finger to change down, very easy. So if you've got someone in the family that needs a mountain bike, wants a mountain bike, not sure what sort of bike they need, but they do need a bike, something like this would be worth considering. It's not quite as fast as a hybrid, but far more durable than a flat bar road bike. So, it's a bike that could suit lots of users, whether it's commuting to and from school or if it's just a bike for fitness, riding once or twice a week and maybe once or twice on the weekend. So worth a look. Nice bike. If you're interested, perhaps drop in and take one for a test ride. Thanks.